Coming up on Mountain News this morning, if you live in Hazard and are waking up to the smell of smoke, we might have the reason why. And an Eastern Kentucky Fire Department holds an outdoor event to help boost the amount of equipment it has to help save lives.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 5:35 on May 22nd. Now let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Now, Brandon, you mentioned earlier we might need a little extra boost to that coffee this morning. I would definitely say I would go for a warm coffee.
Yeah,
you're not even drinking coffee.
Well, I've got caffeinated water over here, so I'm trying to get myself going on this Monday. But yes, if you're at home, it's a little bit chilly out there, so maybe grab yourself some warmer hot coffee, probably a hot coffee. I don't think you want to drink warm coffee this morning, but again, just get yourself a boost to get out the door. Some fog out there in some areas, so watch out for that. Like go over to Jenkins, US 119, US 23. Not a whole lot of action over that way this morning. A little bit of light traffic, so that's a little bit of a difference there. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s. 44 Clintwood and Irvin, 56 in Monticello. A lot of mid to upper 40s and low 50s out there this morning. So light jackets for sure. Breakfast forecast. We tried to split the difference at 50. I think we'll go up to about 53 here in the next few minutes. But again, I think we're going to see temperatures start to climb pretty quickly as the sun starts to climb in the sky. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Brandon. A large structure fire broke out at a business here in Perry County Sunday evening. First responders battled the fire at Crow Tire and Battery on North Main Street in Hazard. The road was closed while they worked to put it out. Power outages were also reported in the area. Hazard Fire Department Chief Robert Keith says the 911 call came in around 8:30 p.m. He says the amount of tires in the building led to heavier fire and smoke.
The time that I arrived, we had heavy fire in the upstairs storage area of the building where they are storing tires. I've been told that they have a stock of around 4,000 tires in the building, and most of the fire was in there.
He says there was no reason to believe anyone was in the building when the fire began. Kentucky State Police are investigating after one person was killed in a crash in Pike County early Friday morning. Officials say they received a call around 4:38 a.m. saying there was a crash on Kentucky Route 1056 near the McCarr community. Troopers from Post 9 say 25-year-old Connor Fields of Ransom was driving when the UTV when it flipped while going around a curve. A passenger, 23-year-old Shelly Prater of Matewan, West Virginia, was pronounced dead at the scene by the Pike County coroner. The incident is still under investigation. A man was injured on Saturday after he was involved in an early morning crash. First responders in Harlan County say the crash happened around 3:30 a.m. at the junction of Highway 72 and US 421. They say one man was found injured inside the car. He was then taken to a hospital. His name was not released. A Floyd County Fire Department is looking to boost the amount of rescue equipment it can access in emergency situations. The Middle Creek Volunteer Fire Department hosted its first event at Mine Made Adventure Park in Knott County geared towards fundraising for rescue operations. Volunteer Joshua Ratliff says recent events have inspired staff members to work on expanding their abilities.
We have a lot of minor flooding and actually some major flooding that happens from time to time, and throughout, besides our regular fire operations and accidents and things that we run on a day-to-day operations, we are trying to fundraise for our rescue operation.
The fire department hopes to continue having fundraiser events at Mine Made Adventure Park. Following the death of one Southeast Kentucky police officer who was killed by a drunk driver last year, the department he worked for came together to plan a fundraising event to honor him. During the weekend, the London Police Department hosted the first Logan Medlock Memorial Bass Fishing Tournament in Corbin. This event helped to raise money for Medlock's family and for the organization Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
I mean, the brotherhood and the help that we're receiving from the department, and not only our department, but the sheriff's office is helping. Several agencies are coming in and working together as a team. The Thin Blue Line family goes, beyond just the London Police Department.
Event volunteers say more than 100 boats were entered to take part in the tournament. Many shuttles have blasted off into space through the last half century, but one launch this past weekend was a proud moment for an eastern Kentucky town. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox details how the second private Axiom space mission made a small town feel like it was going beyond a crater.
There is a buzz in Middlesboro, and it is not just from a regular Yellow Jackets event.
You see businesses with painted windows, we have T-shirts, banners up over the train trestle downtown.
They are decorated with a space theme, celebrating a rocket launch that has more of a local feel. Of the 4 astronauts aboard the second private Axiom space mission, a man raised in Middlesboro is the pilot.
So it has been really inspiring, and of that, just to see the entire community rally behind John and his willingness to take us with him in his journey.
A journey Schaffner is dedicated to. Despite living in Knoxville, Schaffner helped start the STEM program at Middlesboro schools.
Seeing John's excitement and passion to continue that in his hometown is truly inspiring. And through his generosity and his goodness, he's going to open doors to our students, and not just our students, but really our entire community and our area at large.
So when the shuttle finally blasted off, the community was in awe, and a little logo on Schaffner's suit representing the mission and Middlesboro launched into space too.
We had three girls here from the high school sit down, and in a day's time they knocked that out, and they just blew it out of the water, and it's a phenomenal design.
Going to infinity and beyond the crater their town sits in. In Middlesboro, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
The Middlesboro School STEM program will host students for a live video conversation with John Schaffner while he is in space on May 26th. Just ahead on Mountain News this morning, a popular YouTuber opens up to his fans about his newly diagnosed battle with cancer.
And we're looking mainly dry for the next several days, so I hope you like sunshine. I'll have the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.